Alright, so just a few days ago, a brand new demo of a Mario fan game just released. This has been a fan game I've been keeping my eyes for a while now, as this seems to be very ambitious, pretty much combining some aspects of traditional 2D Mario with the ambitious story of the RPG games. And this fan game in question is Super Mario and the Rainbow Star. Now, as for my personal history with Mario fan games, I dabbled through a lot of them over the years. Whether it's stuff like Super Mario 63, or one of the various Mario 64 ROM hacks with B3313, or they can be a bit weird like the Five Nights at Wario's games. I've pretty much played through a lot of sides of fan works. I mean, hell, even beyond Mario, I've played a lot of Sonic fan games like the excellent Project 06. However, despite the various Mario fan games over the years, there's always this uneasy feeling aura every time a fan game gets released. Because unlike a company like Sega who is very lenient on Sonic fan games, Nintendo's a lot more stingy in terms of fan works. As over the years, there has been countless times where Nintendo infamously take down a lot of these fan-made projects. However, despite this, there is a bit of a silver lining on which fan games will be taken down by Nintendo. As the only fan games Nintendo truly goes after are pretty much fan-made remakes of existing games, or taking down fan games on sites where you can monetize them. So basically what I'm trying to say is that Super Mario and the Rainbow Stars is pretty much safe from Nintendo's DMCA. So the likelihood of this fan game getting taken down is pretty much slim. So I thought why not just for the fun of it, just talk about my personal impressions of this fan game. Now since this game is very new, I'm going to skim over most of this game's story, but I do want to talk about the opening parts to this game, so if you do not want to be spoiled at all, then stop on this video. I'll have the link to the game on the description below. I'll give you a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1. Okay. Oh my god, I love how they call back to the original Thousand Year Door opening, as it tells the story about the evil entity known as the Dark Star. And after that, it shifts to Mario and Luigi just chilling out their house, until Pericary arrives giving a letter to Peach saying they're invited to a Star Festival. I love how they combine two aspects of Mario's home from the RPG games, like Mario's own house being one from Paper Mario, while Luigi's drying clothes like he did in Superstar Saga. It only appears about 5 seconds, but I don't know, I just really like that. But of course, since it's a festival in the Mushroom Kingdom, Bowser needs to have a plan to attack them. And so he brings out these very new henchmen to do the job. And then once again, panning back to Mario and Luigi, they both arrive at the Mushroom Kingdom. And this is where you can pretty much take control on Mario and get a feel on this game. And even talk to the various Toad NPCs.
Yo, Mario! So good to see you!
Oh, Luigi's here too. Even in passionate fan projects, the Toads still hate Luigi. Except this one. He's cool. But alright, so after arriving at Peach's castle, Princess Peach then asks Mario and Luigi to take a stroll on the balloon, alongside with her trusty pilot, Pilot T. Yep, I know. But anyway, so they're high up in the air enjoying the scenery, until a meteor shower of rainbow stars appear, striking the balloon down, causing Mario to be separated from the rest of the group, leading to another callback with that title card. And that's how much I'll be going to be talking about with the game's story for now. But I gotta say is that you really need to try out this fan game to get the full experience. Especially with the gameplay in this game, because it is something very new to 2D Mario. Mario's controls in this game is pretty much as you expect from any other 2D Mario game, as he can run and jump and such, and even do a special wall jump. And also, the gameplay borrows a lot from the 3D Mario games, like him being able to do his trademark dive. And same with the health system as well, because unlike the 2D Mario games where every time Mario gets hit, he'll just go small, in here, he has the health system from Galaxy and Odyssey where he can take 3 hits before he can go out. With the mushrooms in this game pretty much replenishes your health. But after you go through the first level, this is where the main gameplay aspect comes into play, as Mario will be introduced to this mysterious star creature named Starry, who'll be your main partner throughout this demo. Yes, I said partner, as this is when the Paper Mario aspect of this game comes into play, as you'll be using Starry for various puzzles in this game, as Mario can grab onto the star and throw him somewhat like a Yoshi egg, which can be used to destroy certain objects and even go through certain platforms to reach a block. Which can be very curious on how they'll do power-ups in this game, which are still included in Rainbow Star, but unlike every other Mario game, where you take damage, you won't lose the power. Instead, you have multiple levels that fully utilize certain power-ups. Like when you grab one of the cat bells in one of the levels, where the entire area focuses on climbing and wall jumping. Same with the Fire Flower as well, as it relies you to burn certain platforms with it, that way you can use it to move around the Sumo Bros. And even the Frog Sea makes an appearance in this game, being the main focus point of the underwater levels. Frankly, even though this is a small demo, there are so many levels in this game, surprisingly, as this is a pretty damn beefy demo, as it took me about 2 hours to beat. And the quality of this demo is easily one of the best I've ever seen in a Mario fan game, as the level design in most of these levels feel very good. And I really love how a lot of the soundtrack in this game is pretty much stuff from Dream Team. Like, I always thought that soundtrack was mostly slept on, so it's really cool seeing this in a cool fan work. They even have certain aspects of New Super Mario Bros. As well, like the Star Coins make an appearance as these rainbow shards, where there's about 3 of them in each of the levels, and these can be devilishly hidden. And by collecting them, you're even rewarded by a bunch of bonus minigames as well. Now, as for certain critiques if I have for this game, I think I can only think of 2 on top of my head. With one being, I wish with Starry's aiming reticle, there was an option to make it similar to Yoshi's Island, where it constantly goes up and down and such. That way, if you can just press and lock into place, it makes aiming a bit easier. Because the way they do it is pretty fine, as you can aim in 3 directions. As the controls in this thing can be a bit touchy, especially if you're using an analog stick, which kind of threw me over a couple times with this small minigame. And lastly, it's mostly specifically this dolphin section, as I feel like this part could have used like a special tutorial area, as I was struggling a bit at the beginning how to control the dolphin. But these are only 2 minor nitpicks. Overall, I felt like Super Mario and the Rainbow Stars was a really fantastic experience throughout, with a lot of great memorable moments in this demo that really put a smile on my face. Like throughout the adventure, Mario be pestered by this special Goomba named Goombooter, who's more so a lovable dork than actually evil. And he really feels like he was ripped straight out of the Paper Mario series in the best possible way. Plus, his face portraits give me a chuckle every time I see it, like, look at his shit being smug here. Look at it! He thinks he's all on top. Which leads me to the visuals in this game, because, oh my god, this has to be the best pixel art I've ever seen from a Mario fan game as well. It feels very distinctive compared to the other Mario RPG games, with all the characters in this game being very expressive. And I really love what they did with the world map in this game, as it looks like a 3D pixel art diorama, kind of like a PS1 game in a way, which weirdly reminds me of games like Klonoa, for example. I knew I was in for a treat when we head straight to Toad Town and fly high in this hot air balloon. It's really good stuff, as this is a true love letter to those who love 2D Mario and the Mario RPG games. If you're very curious on this fan game, I highly recommend trying it out. It's definitely worth your time. I'll have a link to this game on the description below. I know this isn't my usual type of videos, but honestly I really want to see people try out this game because it's really good. And who knows, maybe in the future I'll do even more of these smaller fan game videos. But that'll do for today, so thank you for watching and I'll see you later. Bye bye!